I think you will find that the senior associates in the AHC Group have a very broad set of skills. Skills that have been developed from many years of experience. Skills that have been developed from on the job, boots in the sand, in the field type of experience. In fact, I think collectively, the senior associates probably have over 150 years of work experience. Important is that work experience has come from a very diverse set of industries. The senior associates in the AHC represent the automotive, transportation industry, the chemical industry, the consumer products industry, the energy industry, which I think is very important differentiation in the experience and the skill sets that the AHC offers. A few years back, Bruce asked me to chair the AHC's Site Remediation Risk Reduction Workshop. And I said, well, Bruce, what do you expect of the chairmanship of, and he said, well, you've had many years of experience in managing environmental liabilities in a global corporation. In fact, you have charter and a corporate mediation group. You have created a center of excellence in the DuPont company for managing environmental liabilities created from over 200 years of operation. And you've had broad experience in interacting with very diverse NGO groups. And that's the kind of perspective, that's the work experience that I would like for you to bring to the chairmanship of the Site Remediation and Risk Reduction Workshop. Recently, a client came to us and said that they really like to understand what are the best practices in managing environmental risk. Environmental risk coming from an increased concern on the part of society over safer products, inherently safer technology, over green chemistry. And having had a number of years of experience in identifying and managing emerging issues, having worked with the EPA, the State Department, and the UN in negotiating an agreement in the global community to phase out chlorofluorocarbons in response to concern over the ozone issue. Having experience in completely restructuring a global business and replacing a mature product line where those products find 30 different in-use markets, replacing with more alternatives that represent a lesser impact on the environment, I think gave me an opportunity to add value to the client's needs. You know, over the last few years, there's been an increasing interest on the part of many companies to undertake a comprehensive look of their governance practices. Taking a look at those practices either to rebuild or to strengthen public trust or to really look at and to assure themselves that they have very strong governance practices in the corporation, knowing that a company with very strong governance practices usually represents much lower risk, higher profitability, and a higher market valuation from the investment community. You know, this past year, we've been working with a multinational company to develop and to implement a sustainability development program in their global operations. And we think that a very critical first step in that process is to develop and to look at the megatrends and have each of the businesses in corporation review those megatrends and ask themselves, how do those megatrends represent either a potential risk to our business or a potential opportunity? And all the megatrends that we looked at really represent, I think, a scarcity in resources and a strain on infrastructure. all brought about by a growing population. So whether it is a mega trend in trying to increase the productivity to deliver the needed food to support this growing population, whether there's a competition for land, competition for land not only to just grow crops for food, but to grow crops for bioplastics, biofuels, biotextiles, or whether it's the dwindling supply and the price volatility and the concern over climate change that is driving an industry to develop alternatives to fossil fuels. In each case, it represents a concern over the scarcity and the need on the part of business and society to really learn how to do more with less.